What is going on, wrestling fans? Welcome back to 10 Count Media. On today's edition, I'm talking to Quang, TNT. It's Savio Vega. How you doing today?
I'm doing okay, man. Thank you for having me here.
Of course. Now, I've heard the name Quang. Can you confirm 100% what it is? What's the proper pronunciation of this name?
Quang,
Quang.
Quang,
All right.
Kwang, Quang.
Just want to make sure.
That's the name they want to use in WWF in the '94 for they don't want to use TNT. They don't want to use the paint. So they say, well, he's a martial artist guy. Let's put it under a mask, and the name is Quang. So I said, let's do it.
Now, why do you think that name, though? Because you had Atom Bomb, so maybe
Yeah,
TNT was too close to Atom Bomb, like bomb?
maybe I never asked. They never told me. It sounds like a CIA and FBI. You know, so I never asked nobody about that. They just, I just follow. They want to do this, let's do it. I'm happy to be here, happy to make extra money, and yeah. So they say, well, let's put the, name Kwan. I said, let's do it. So they didn't even have the appropriate mask to, I mean, was an experiment like TNT was. So I create this. I mean, one of the girls over there make a prototype. I still have that mask
Wow.
with me, the first mask, uh, and I mean they have the name Quang under a Puerto Rican guy. So I say, hey, I don't have nothing like Chinese guy or Oriental eyes,
Yeah.
So I need a masking where you cannot see my eyes at least. So the first mask you could see my eyes big time. So then I went to Mexico to make a mask, and I designed this kind of mask, and so I'm happy with that. But I mean, it was an experiment, and I did good. When they changed Savio Vega, it's because the Puerto Rican Day Parade is coming in 1994. I believe 94, 95. So they say, well, we need a Puerto Rican here, but the only Puerto Rican they have is under a mask with the name Quan. What the heck? So they did. That's when I saved Razor Ramon in Syracuse, jumping on Jeff Jarrett and the roadie, and here born Savio Vega.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
That they were like, we need a Puerto Rican in this parade. Who do we have? Well, we have this guy who's pretending to be, I guess, Asian, maybe. So
he's
we can
Puerto Rican.
I guess we can unmask him. But I guess they could have. You could have, I guess, wore a mask for Quang, get twice the payday, possibly.
Sounds good, but too late now.
Yeah, we're a bit
You know, you
25,
know,
30 years too late
yeah,
on that.
that easy. Yeah.
Yeah, still. But is it difficult though to wear a mask in the rain? Like how? Because is your peripheral vision just screwed up? Like you can't see side to side.
Well, I have the experience when I use that mask. That wasn't the first time that I use a mask. In Puerto Rico, I use a mask. When I went to Mexico, we use a mask for 4 months as Los Corsarios. I did the character El Corsario, which is kind of the name of the pirate type.
Mhm.
Uh, and I use a mask here in Puerto Rico. What you have to adjust yourself because it's not easy to wear it, especially if you have the make the holes for the ears. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
you have it. It's like you cover your ears, and whatever you're gonna hear, you're gonna hear. So I learned that. So I always poke little holes in the ear to hear better and be wise around what happened around me. Uh, so when I did the Kwang over there, I was already used to the
Okay.
mask, and even those masks don't have even a hole because the material was so thick. I mean, so what is it called? The opposite.
Thick,
Yeah,
thick.
thick. Yeah,
Yeah.
thick. So was good to wear, and don't bother me and nothing.
Wow. Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess it's an experience. Yeah, because you were getting up there high with those kicks,
yeah,
big
yeah,
time,
yeah,
and
yeah. I was.
I hit precision with those. With when you can't see someone, I imagine it's like, well, this might hurt a
Yeah.
little, but it's
Well,
not.
the eyes was covered. I could see okay. I mean, it's not a 2020 nice vision, but I think it was okay. I hit somebody here there, but shit happened.
Yeah, of course. Shit does happen, of course.
Yeah.
It's just funny because the transition from you to Quang to Savio Vega, clearly you just mentioned it. It's because of really, is it because of a parade?
Yes, yes. They need to send somebody there, and that's when they say, well, the only guy that we have Puerto Rican is under a mask, so let's do something here. So they create that story, that go with the flow, because the guy that had me in the WWF at that time was Razor Ramon, Scott Hall. He talked to Vince, and he bring me down, he bring me up to the company, and so they said, well, let's put these two guys together. You got Savio Vega, Puerto Rican, the Bronx, a bunch of Puerto Ricans in New York City. So Razor represent Miami, the guy, let's say, from Cuba or some type. So they're friends. Let's put it together, and right there.
What was your relationship like with Scott Hall or Razor Ramon before that moment? Like, did you actually have interactions? Did you know him? Because obviously he's putting the word out for you.
Yes, here in Puerto Rico, he come down as the Cowboy Scott Hall to the company. He was jacked up. He was huge, and so he come down as a cowboy, beating everybody left and right. So he faced TNT a few times, and we became friends. We beat the hell out of each other without hurt each other. And so one day I was in Japan. This is late 1993, and Bam Bam Bigelow is going to do another tryout for the company, and Yokozuna starting as a Yokozuna, Rodney Agnoy, Coquina, the great Coquina. So I said to Bam Bam, I said, hey, tell Scott Hall I say hello. I don't know none of the other guys, so he come back the second tour, third tour, and a couple of weeks later, yes, and so he told me, hey, yeah, he say hello, and here's his number. Call him next week. He gonna be home next week. I said, all right, man. So I call him, say hello. Nothing. That's when he say, hey, bro, chico. He said, I got you to try out. I said, what? Yeah, I got you to try out. I talked to the old man, and I said, you have to be here. You're a good guy. You work hard. And you have to be here. I said, brother, thank you. So I did another tour in Japan. Then I flew from Japan to Syracuse, New York, did my tryout, and boom, make it.
Wow. So you said also, so other wrestlers are involved in this tryout, or it's just you?
Well, no, that day was me. If to be honest, it was somebody else. I don't know. The only guy that I know by that time there was just him. And Yokozuna and Yoko, he was doing the character Yoko by that time. Fatu was there too. That's the only guys that I know. The rest that I remember, no, to be honest.
Because you'll see pictures in magazines, the WWF magazines back in the day, and it would be like, there's Kurt Angle training to become a wrestler, but in the background, you would see there's Edge, and there's Christian, and there's Sean Stasiak, and then years later, you'd be like, oh my God, they were there all together. You just didn't really realize the talent that was in the room, which is great.
Like I say, if it was somebody else, it's too late for me to remember that.
Right. It's not like you were in the, training with,
exactly.
Some all-star talent that eventually everyone knew.
Yeah, I was focused on what I was, they took me there to do my tryout. Actually, when I did my match, Scott waited for me at the backstage entrance, and he chopped me in the heart. I mean, boom, hard in my chest. I said, how was it? He said, what the hell is that match? I said, what do you mean? He said, where's the guy that always was kicking my ass in Puerto Rico? I mean, that you did nothing there, man. What's going on? I said, well, I don't want to be, taking advantage of. No. He said, no, I want to see that guy. Whatever. I said, okay, brother. He said, you have another match tomorrow. So that's what happened. I have another match next day, Tuesday, and I took Savio Vega for a walk, and I did what I did there. That's when he said, that's what I want to see. I said, okay. So they sent me home. I finished with Japan. I wasn't home for almost 4 months waiting for the call. No call. I closed Japan. No job nowhere. That's when I called one day. I said, "You gonna give me a job or not?" I closed my door with Japan because I'm gonna go with you guys, and I'm sitting here starving now. And Pat Patterson answered me, and I don't know him, of course, by the time. He said, "I'm sorry, we're busy with a lot of things here, blah 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 blah. We're gonna give you a call. We're gonna bring you down." And brother, I went to Mexico to get new clothes, and I called my wife, and she said, "Hey, the company WWF call you. They need you to call them tomorrow. This is a Monday night. I just arrived in Mexico." So I called next morning, and Ann Russo, she was in talent relations. She said, "Juan, you need to be the Thursday, and in San Antonio was, so I don't know where. To be honest, I don't know where it was, SummerSlam or something like that. You have to be there." And I'm like, "Hey, I just arrived in Mexico. I'm new in the company. I just arrived in Mexico to get new clothes. Let me get this, and I go back on Friday." He said, "No, you have to be Thursday in such and such a place." I'm
Yeah.
like, "Holy gaga!" So I have to call the guy to make the clothes, whatever he could make, faster. Change my flight, but before you could change your flights, left and right was no
Yeah.
problem. So I changed my flight back to Puerto Rico. I flew on Wednesday, and Thursday is another ticket waiting for me. I flew to the States, and to be in a hotel for 2 days doing nothing. I'm like, what the heck? Because I remember I took the place of rest in peace, Ludwig Borga. He
Yep.
broke his ankle, and so they bring Kwang in. Then from that point on, I was full time.
Wow.
Yeah,
Eh,
full time, big time.
Now, do you feel like if Ludwig Borga didn't hurt himself, that you would still be somewhere waiting for that phone call?
To be honest, I don't know, but maybe yes, maybe not. But Pat, he told me I'm gonna call you, so I trust him. By the time knowing that I don't know him, but the call coming. Let's go. Let's do it.
So, like, because you go on WWE's website now, and there's like a corporate website. You call. There's a number you can call. There's this. This phone number you're talking about is not just the normal calling the WWF. Like, hello, this is Savio Vega, and what the hell's going on, man? This is a
No, no.
different phone call. You have like
Yeah.
access to like the executive phone calls,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I call straight to the talent relations.
Okay.
I have already that information, everything. So I call direct to this number, and I still remember the number. So call them, and they answer me right away. And Pat, come over here, answer this son of a gun here. Calling from Puerto Rico, and he's pissed. So yeah, was good experience with WWF in that time.
Of course. And it's so funny because in today's world, though, talking about the past is so much fun, but talking about the present is such a great time because when I see you a few years ago at Backlash in Puerto Rico,
Ooh.
helping out Bad Bunny with Damian Priest there, that was one of the most craziest moments ever. I was in the audience seeing that night.
Oh, you
And
there?
perfect.
You here? You
Oh,
here in Puerto Rico?
oh no, I was there that night. I flew in because
Oh,
I knew there would be this
oh my
great night
God.
of action. And I got to tell you, perfect crowd, perfect
Yes.
opponents,
Yeah.
perfect surprises with you. Like, how
Yeah. And
exciting
Carlito.
was that moment for you? Because you've done so much in your wrestling career, but popping up
Yeah.
here and hearing the pop too. That to me was like, holy shit. I'm so happy
Tell
as
me.
Ramon
Tell
to
me how
Savio
was it?
Vega.
Was
It
crazy,
was
huh?
it was great. Listen, I've been to like WrestleManias and SummerSlams and Survivor Series, Royal Rumbles, whatever. This building was shaking in Puerto Rico.
Shaking.
Like,
I know.
the noises of the wah wah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
something different. Like, can you tell me how you were feeling? Because that sounds like a perfect evening for you.
I was, to be honest, I know, we know, because it's something that we know is going to be a reaction. But when I see they show the video on the screen with Bad Bunny and Rey Mysterio, the people went crazy there. You cannot hear what we talking. You know, all the levels went to the red big time. So I was like, wow, I was back in the dressing room. I have a monitor there and a speaker. And when I turn the speaker don't work. So, I mean, it was a big sound. I'm like, wow. And you hear the people, and that's just the screen. So when the match come in, they have a great damn match, brother. They have a hell of a match. And here come Carlitos. And the people went crazy because they don't expect him, of course.
No, we
Then,
did not.
well, the show finished. Okay, the old one coming. Then you hear the Savio Vega music again. What the heck? You know what happened? The people was so happy to see Bad Bunny when he show up on Monday Night Raw with the candlestick. Say a mi manera o para la calle. That's a word that I use here. Is more, more or less like my way or the highway.
Hmm.
So when Bad Bunny show up that on Raw, the fans here went crazy. I was in the table and in the kid, yeah, I was at the kitchen, and my third kid come up with the phone and said, "Dad, look at this." And I look at it, we're like, "Oh, nice, that's good." So all of a sudden, my phone is people sending me friends, sending me photo. Hey, look at this, look at this. You have to go there. You have to come. They know they coming to Puerto Rico. So you have to go there. You have to be there. I said, I don't know that. Yeah, I'm not a boss there. They do whatever they do. You know. So they give me a call. Savio, we want you on the show. Blah blah blah. Let's do it. And I was quiet. I mean, it was 5 people, let's say, maybe less, than know that I was coming to the show. That's why I was so intense there with the fans, because they want to see that. They want it, but nobody knows that I'm coming for shoot, for sure. And we keep it quiet. That's a surprise,
Oh yeah.
and that's the way it should be. And you see the reaction. They went nuts.
It was insane because what's funny is a week before Backlash in 2023, I interviewed you. Like I was like, "Oh, it'd be great, Puerto Rico Backlash," and you're
Yeah,
like, "Yeah, it's gonna
yeah,
be, yeah, sure, it'd be great." And
yeah.
so then I asked you a question. I was like, "Oh, you gonna be there? And you gonna be involved?" You're like, "No." Oh,
No,
all right.
and I
And so
was
then
already.
a week that I fly out to Puerto Rico, I go
Yeah, I
to the
remember.
event.
I
You
remember.
you walk out. I was like, "That son of a bitch." So I mean,
He
so I
know.
immediately texted
he,
you like, "Oh, congratulations!" But then I called you like a day later. I was like, "Hey, so how are you doing? Also, why'd you lie to me?"
was good. Was good. I remember
That
that.
was
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
that was a very fun moment.
Yeah.
And I was also in Los Angeles recently,
Oh
and
yeah.
I went to World Collide. The
You went there?
WWE is oh yeah, I'm everywhere,
Oh,
man. WWE
yeah.
went to recently purchased AAA, and they're involved with this, and they're going to purchase it eventually. What are your thoughts on that? First, is the WWE going around, and it seems like they're working with TNA now. They're working with a bunch of different companies, but they are purchasing AAA. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
That's a good move. I mean, 90, what, 96, 97, 97 maybe. Vince did Super Astros. They
Yes.
call it Super Astros, half an
Mhm.
hour show. Went on Univision. We did 13 weeks. And the show went good, Wasn't big like now, the difference is big time. We got not big names on the card, but whatever they people saw was good. We using all the WWF ring, everything. They just changed the pictures or whatever. Uh, so Univision don't want to do pay what Vince wants. So when that happened, well, Vince closed the door on that. So everybody, I was hurt. I hurt myself, my neck. By that time, I was doing backstage stuff. So boom, everybody go home. Send all the Spanish, and they keep Taka from Japan. They keep Esa Rios,
Yep.
uh, super crazy. They all of a sudden they gone too. So what? 30 years, brother, easy 35 years. Now this is happening, which is good. Why? Well, they buying a company that's already have 35 years in the making, you
Right.
know, big names, big story behind. So they already have, let's say, 50% of the company names high. You know, it's not built from the ground; it's already flying. So with the touch of WWE right now, hey, you see Work Alive. That ring looked beautiful with the flag, you know, the colors on the ropes,
Hmm.
you know, the music, the it was a simple show, but it looked great. The matches was excellent. You know, it's few things that type here or there, and that coming on the way. So was a good move. WWE know what to do. Uh, in August is going to be another event. Uh, I mean, you have excellent players there, very professional young people that they're hungry to work, you know, and willing to do whatever. We need to protect. We need to protect the walls and protect the everything from these guys. They want to do so much that we need to protect them, you know. And they're so exciting, happy. Everybody's happy with this project, and. Why I'm here? Because when they come to Puerto Rico, I sit down and talk to Triple H, and I say to him, "Why we don't do the Spanish stuff? You know, I could help you. You know, in that." He said, "Well, you know, right now with the selling with TKO and all that stuff, you know, this is 2023." He said, "When if we're gonna do something, I'm gonna call you," and boom, right here happened. The call happened. You know, so I have the chance to see him right there at the show, and thanks him personally. You know, I did it by video, but over there in Taker, on the Taker was there too. So was very good. And if that thing is good, yeah, even if I'm not there, I know it's gonna be good. You know, with my touch there to help them in the Spanish stuff and whatever. Hey, I'm there. I know this project is gonna be good.
It seems like when I showed up too, like I wasn't familiar with many of the wrestlers. Unfortunately, you don't have access to these certain things. And
Yeah.
Triple Mania was really the only event that I kept seeing year after year after year that I would purposely, find a way to watch it,
Okay.
legally or illegally. And this though, let's talk about this character for a minute because he has taken over the wrestling world. Mr. Iguana, this
Brother.
guy has taken over the world. And it's so simple because everyone loves it. You're an iguana, you got a green puppet. He's also an iguana. Like, dude, this is wrestling
Yeah.
101. And
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on that? Because the rumors are he's not going to stay in AAA. He's not going to NXT. He's going to Raw and SmackDown because of how over he is with the
Yeah.
audience.
Yes. I talked to him. I said, brother, you have a great gimmick here. To be honest, this is before the match. I met him. I follow him. We follow each other for a couple of years. So when I saw him there, I saw the profiles that they sent us, you know, stuff. So I'm like, well, I need to have a picture with my new friend. So I have a picture with him, and I tell him, brother, you have a hell of a gimmick here. It's gonna be a lot of iguanas to sell. So you're gonna be heavy. You're gonna be happy, you know. So brother, you see, he's gonna make it, and he's good, young guy. He's not a He's not an ass. He's a great guy, great kid, and he's gonna do good. He's gonna make good money.
Oh my god! What, like, because for
Eh,
years it would make wrestling stuffed animals, but
yeah,
this, like, just because, like, oh, let's make a Savio Vega stuffed animal. Like, okay, let's try to sell
yeah,
that. This guy has actual iguanas to sell.
yeah. And one of the things that he did was kick the iguana up and land in his shoulder, you know, and that was like, oh, the guys went crazy with that. So I said, brother, you know, now they wanna bite you, they wanna do this. It's good. It's good.
Yes, I loved it so much. So
La
I was just
Jessica,
I was so
they call it
happy.
La Jessica.
Oh my god, he
Yeah.
was so popular, and then that's what's so funny because suddenly you're watching this and you're like, I didn't know much about anybody. When you leave this, you're like, the guy who thinks he's an iguana is the greatest sports entertainer there is. Like the
He's
rest
a
of them were
character.
amazing athletes as well. Like
Yeah.
not taking anything away from anybody, but when I left from that arena, I went and checked my phone on Twitter and trending. I'm like, Mr. Iguana, and you're
Iguana.
like, oh my god, everyone felt the same way I did. So it
Good.
was
Yeah. Was good. Good. You know, and like I say, I talked to him. Text him a couple of days ago. I said, brother, you're gonna make it good, good. I'm happy. To be honest, happy for him that he gonna make it big time. Hope he no change.
He's gonna definitely make a crazy
Oh
amount of
yeah,
money off
yes,
of all those stuffed animals, puppets, t-shirts, masks, paint, everything in general. But so you were backstage at Worlds Collide, though. Like you said, you previously talked to Triple H in 2023 about helping him out. Is there the opportunity there, or you're gonna lie to me again? Is the opportunity there for you to move forward and work with this company and help them grow? Because with the WWE's banner with them, obviously, in the eyes of anyone, more eyeballs go to you because suddenly you have the stamp of the WWE. Maybe some kid didn't know about you before. Now they're
of
going to
course.
watch because you're a WWE product.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm working as an agent with the company, with this project. So August is going to be the big move, with the company. And then, I mean, AAA is going to become full with WWE. So let's see what happens. We go step by step. I can say right now, hey, we're going to do this, and because
Right.
I don't know, uh, but hope that I'm in front of the camera in any moment if it's possible. If not, that's okay. I'm happy with being in the back and working with this talent, which they're in better shape than me right now. So happy to be honest to be part of the company once again and work with this talent.
Oh man, that's so great to hear. And you said Undertaker was backstage at this event too.
See,
You're part of one of the most
BSK.
notorious crews. I was in a BSK. And so in today's world, I have a group chat with my friends. Is there a group chat between the Street crew? Like, are you guys texting? Are you
Of
not texting?
course,
What's the relationship
yeah.
like?
We
Everyone's in
we
it?
are we are brothers. Yeah, we got the Garwins, Taker, Papa, Fatu, and me. I mean, that's the BSK crew, and of course we keep in touch every other day with anything happen, birthdays. Happy with everybody. Happy Father's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Anything to happen to us, whatever. If anybody is signing, we promote their stuff. Yeah, we still together. To be honest, yes.
I was gonna say, yeah,
We love
because
we I mean we are different guys from different cultures, different everything. The only thing to have us together is wrestling. So when we got together, I mean was I got goosebumps, brother. Right now I got goosebumps. It's was a brotherhood between this gentleman Yokozuna. We missing that sort of a man. We missing your Crush, Mr. Fuji, that was a Paul Bearer. That was the crew, you know. And now that we all together, I mean, we keep in touch, send us hey and hi or whatever. But yes, we are together. And when we see each other, it's a big hug with the heart. Yes, we brothers. Yes.
that's cool. I imagine like the text messages that come through there when you're all
Oh,
in a group chat.
you don't have an idea of many things, but yes, yeah, we friends, and we are brothers.
That's so good to hear. Yeah, because it's so funny because you think of that group being still around in today's world, like when people talk about the lore of cliques and groups, and when you were
Yeah,
backstage, it's just like your group is still there. Yokozuna, one of the greatest of all time, and it's unfortunate. Like I think in today's world, it's so hard to go back and watch wrestling because there's so much of what's been made over the past 30 years because there's
yeah,
so many pay-per-views, so many Raws and
yeah,
SmackDowns. Like it was so easy to catch up with like, oh, I can just go watch 4 pay-per-views a year. Boom. Okay. For the WWE fans. But
yeah.
Yokozuna, like, do you feel like he's underappreciated in today's environment because he was moving like a cruiserweight?
Yeah. Yoko was, and before he went to WWF at that time. He was moving like a junior. I mean,
I know.
he played ball and I mean was good. Yoko, man, I miss him. I miss him. You don't have an idea, man. Uh, Stay with him in the room, ride with him in a car in planes. I mean, we family. We family. Take care of him. Take care of Mr. Fuji. Um, None of the companies say you have to take care of them. No, that's from here. I helped Mr. Fuji. He was an older, and help Yoko on whatever he needs, because I was riding with him everywhere, friendships. I mean, brotherhood, to be honest.
Now, I have heard some disturbing, probably illegal Mr. Fuji ribs, but do you have
Oh,
one that's possibly like, it's PG-13 where, it's
well,
bad but not terrible?
I could tell you from Fuji. He told me few. Uh, One, this is in Singapore. They went to Singapore. I don't know what year, but was maybe 70 something. I don't know. Uh, he was a river. What he did, he he after the match, they took this wrestler from Singapore, and they went to the bar, and they got him drunk, bad, bad. So the guy make sure the Fuji that he was a river don't rip him. So went to his room and locked the room. Everybody out, nobody gonna come in. Next day, the guys are leaving the hotel. Here's the guy sit outside, still drunk, with poop all over his body. What
No.
what what happened here? Fuji told me when they come earlier, he went to the room to say hello to the guy and open the window, leave the window open because from outside you could climb. So when the guy was drunk in his room, Fuji went there and shit in his chest. So the guy sleeping, he started moving, here and there, So when Fuji's leaving next day, the guy say, "How you do that? Why you do that?" He said, "What are you talking about? I don't know nothing." And Fuji was laughing. He told me that. I'm like, "Oh my God, that's a good one." Fuji, which I miss him, Mr. Harry Fujiwara.
Oh
Yeah,
my.
yeah.
Pooping on someone's chest. That's
Brother.
man, and I'm thinking about it like in a hotel, like how many floors are there? Like is he sneaking out on the ledge of the hotel on
Well,
the 13th on the 12th floor, like coming around and jumping over?
I did that in Trinidad Tobago, Holiday Inn Hotel. We arrived there, and the promoter Jovica don't have the appropriate papers for us. So when we arrive, he said you can enter the country. I said, why not? You don't have the papers, and we are like, oh motherfucker. So they arrest three of us. It was Isaac Rosario, was another guy, can't remember his name, and me. So they pay for our room, and we arrested in the hotel. So because they're not gonna put us in jail or nothing like that, so they say they put a security guard outside. So what I did is I call and get food. When the food arrived, here come the guard. We feed the guard. Soon we feed him. We keep him outside, and I climb from my room to the other room, and went outside. Then I come back again like a James Bond movie. Come back or climb outside and get in. I was on the fifth floor, so
Oh my
so
god.
the guy he didn't even know, you know. And I said to the other guys, let's do that. And Isaac wasn't older. He said, no, I'm not gonna climb. I'm gonna fall down. So I was young. I was about 20 some, whatever. And I jumped out, and I went there, work, and come back like nothing happened, And
Were you
the security never know that I went outside.
so did you get out of it? Did you not
Yeah.
get in trouble? Like you were
No, because
scot free?
I wrestled with a mask.
Uh,
Yeah, I wrestled with the mask and come back. When I arrived, the guard he didn't even know who we are. So just came in the room, come outside, let's go.
wow. Full of
Yeah.
stories as
Oh yeah.
always. And will you step back in the ring though in AAA though, do you think? Or is that out of the question?
But what? Tell me again. Sorry.
Step in
Can
the
you?
ring in AAA. Are we gonna see you in the ring at all as
No,
a competitor or just as a backstage producer?
just with WWE. I'm working for WWE. In this project. and not that I know I'm gonna be as a producer right
Okay.
now.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
hope something happen, and it could be anything could happen. You there, you're still alive, so you're good for something. So I believe if he's there, I'm welcome. Why not?
right, because you helping other people in AAA would be amazing. And then over the years, Goldust has credited you as being someone who helped him and get his character over the audience. Like, did he ever speak to you about this being so
Yeah.
uh grateful to you?
Yes, 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 yes. And he mentioned that in different podcasts that he done, and the gimmick is like I saw him here. I'm off that day. I'm off that day. I went there to do, I have to be at the television anyway. So I show up there and look at the paper. My name is not there. I'm out of here early. So here come I pass next to Goldust. He's just paint and sit down. He was like, down. He's down. And I said, brother, what happened? Why you there every week? And why they don't do nothing with you? He said, well, because they don't know what they're gonna do. I said, what do you mean? He said, no, they don't have an idea. I said, well, I have an idea. Well, maybe, but he said, you want me to talk to Pat? Well, yeah, talk to Pat. So I went to get a paper, whatever, and I come back. I went to backstage. I went to the gorilla position, and here come Pat. Savio, Dusty says that you have an idea how to play his character, whatever. I said, well, I have an idea. Well, put it together. You guys gonna work. And I just said, you son of a, I was off today, you know. So I'm like a human. So I just start getting the character. I said, brother, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this, step by step. And I say, this is the way that I see the character. And I ask him, your character is kind of a flamboyant type of manner guy, whatever. He said, no. So, well, that's the way that I see it, So let's do this. So lock up. I say, go behind and Robert, touch me. I'm not going to be like, what the hell is going on with you? So let's do it again, and we start building. Now, when that happened, my ears are like this because I want to hear the people. So when the people went, oh, I said, good, we got a reaction. And we come back. Okay, now you're gonna touch me up and down. Another reaction. And all the time it's like I want to fight this guy. Oh, he did it again, and now run outside. And we build it, step by step, step by. All of a sudden we got a good match. Everything was good, and that's when they put us together. Okay, you guys work together, and now we put a routine together. And that routine was all the time better and better and better and better. Even we have a spotting where it looked like he kissed me, because the character. And I say to him one time, if you kiss me for real, I'm gonna knock you out. He said, "Oh, come on." I said, "I'm gonna beat the hell out of you, son." But good friends, good
Yeah, of course.
chemistry, good chemistry. And man, we have a hell of a matches. I remember one time we went to Stanford. A Sunday, it was a Sunday. You got a lot of Puerto Rican in that area. So knowing there's a lot of Puerto Ricans there, I went there with my Puerto Rican flag. I got the white shirt with the Puerto Rican flag. And soon I walk out, the music, the fans, Puerto Rico, everybody happy. And I have a match with Goldust. And brother, boom, we tear apart that building. It was a hell of a match. I come back without knowing that Vince arrived and he was watching the match. So when we arrived, he's like, what a fucking match! Shake my hand. I said, what a match! That's a good match. And then I said to him, put us in a pay-per-view, because the pay-per-view could make us right. He never put us in a pay-per-view, never.
No.
So I said, well, it's okay. We did another match in Los Angeles. The same night they taped that Monday the live show and taped the next week show.
Yep.
That's when I win. That's when I win the Intercontinental belt. Hitting him with the belt. All the time Goldust was winning, hitting somebody with the belt, cheating or whatever. So this time I win the belt, and the people went crazy. Everybody was crazy, and of course I'm happy knowing that was gonna happen. It's a story. And here come Gorilla Monsoon. No, this happened, and the people were mad.
Oh
People,
yeah.
ooh, the people were mad. So right there, we did the rematch, change clothes, come back. That's when he beat me again with the bell, 1, 2, 3, and the people were booing, ooh, whatever. But that's part of the story, that I'm
Well, I was angry. Okay, so I was angry for you that day too. Still am.
But that's okay. What's good? I never win a belt in WWF. Never, never. And it's like I say to the guys, the students that I talk to them, and guys from the company that I run IWA. I say it's guys that need belts, and it's guys that don't need no belts. When you put a belt on somebody, and that person win so many belts, the day he don't win a belt, the people will say, he's the shits. And that time is gonna come, because it's gonna come to a point where you cannot be a champion, because whatever, I don't know. That's when you coin down. So, hey, I win belts left and right here there, good. But in WWF, I never win the belt. Talking about that, I need to punch this. I got the three legacy wrestling belt. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, I got this what 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, easy. Three legacy wrestling belt. Great company from Jesus Rodriguez. Remember Jesus? He was with El Patron.
Oh yeah. Of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Alberto de Rio.
Yeah, but
Yes.
the Rio. You gotta do the
So
Rio.
great guy, brother Jesus, and he running three legacy wrestling in Philly, and man, happy for being their champion.
That's amazing. I'm so happy we brought that up because yeah,
Yeah,
I again still upset about the IC championship, but you have that championship
I got
right
that
there.
right here.
That's right. Screw you, Goldust, and that double taping of Raw
You
that
son of a gun.
shattered my childhood as a fan of Savio Vega. Dude, I remember that. I even asked you that question the first time I interviewed. I was like, as I'm writing questions for you, like, I'm so angry writing this question right now about the
Yeah,
Intercontinental title and him not getting it, but then getting it. Because in reality, when you watch wrestling enough, a bad guy cheats all the time, but the
yeah,
authority figure never comes down and is like, hey, let's stop this and
exactly.
redo this. But the good guy does it, and it's like, oh, well, this is the time I should go out there and stop this shit from happening. Like,
Because
bullshit.
yeah, a lot of gaga involved.
Yeah, of course. I'm adding logic to an illogical situation, so
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's not that place and time. You did mention though before we wrap this up, Goldust. You didn't fight him on a pay-per-view. You fought him on Raw, but you did fight Stone Cold Steve Austin in a Caribbean strap match in the dark. Then I had to
Yep.
do it again a couple days
Oof.
later.
Yeah.
What's it like wrestling in the dark? First of all, like what are you actually seeing? How much are you seeing?
No,
If
yeah, you could see okay, because the security lights,
oh, they
you
came
know,
on.
yeah, security lights on. Wasn't bright, of course, but you guys got adjusted to the dark there, and we could see each other. Was okay,
Okay.
and the people could see us. The lights is not a wow bright, but was good. We beat the hell out of each other. I like that match better than the one that come on pay-per-view, to be honest. Yeah. And when Pat said, well, guys, you have to do this match on Tuesday again on Encore, because nobody see the pay-per-view. And we are like, oh, man, what? We beat the hell out of each other that night, brother. Heavy.
Oh yeah. Well, because they show like clips of it on Raw the next day, and they're like, "Oh, look, it was black." It's like black and white in the dark, and you just
Yeah.
see you whip the shit out of each other, just beat
Oh,
the
yeah.
crap. It's like, well, I gotta do it again on Tuesday, which absolutely sucks, though.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
all in all, though, it's always a pleasure talking to you, Savio
Thank
Vega,
you,
about
man.
everything you have going on in your career, everything that you have done in the past, the present, and the future. I'm just so happy to talk to you today. And he's Savio Vega. I'm Steve Fall. What else do you got, man? What else you want to talk
Yeah,
about?
well, we have here in Puerto Rico, like I always, IWA right there. Guys, go on YouTube and type right there on the bar, IWA Puerto Rico. Every Saturday at noon is a new show, and you hit the settings, and it's a caption right there. Put it in English, and you could read what the guy says. And the voiceovers are in Spanish, and you could read what they say in English right there. IWA Puerto Rico. That's the company with the hottest team work. I mean, in the ring, you have Del Cuervo, you got Pedro Portillo, you got Romeo, you got the pure blood John Hawkins, the triple champion, is right there. I mean, you had Daisy, she's the queen of wrestling right here in Puerto Rico. Don't miss it, IWA Puerto Rico, or go to iwapuertorico.com. Right there, you're gonna see a bunch of stuff. Every Saturday we have a show. This next week we off this week. Next week we have a show in Caguas, and the July 20. If any of you guys coming to Puerto Rico, Sunday 20 is gonna be a match in el Estadio Solá Morales de Caguas. 6 o'clock. It's gonna be a fire match. Fire, right, the ring surrounded with fire. Wow. So nobody could miss this match. It's gonna be Mal Inferno against John Hawkins. It's gonna be a great match. Great card. If anybody's here in Puerto Rico, July 20, it's a Sunday, 6 o'clock. The bell ring, and hey, be there. Check IWA Puerto Rico on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, you name it.
Dude, July 20th, a ring surrounded by fire.
Yes.
You know, I usually go so many different places for wrestling, but I might need to take a trip back to Puerto Rico to see this, because that sounds like a great place. Plus, my wife wants to go on vacation to Puerto Rico, so I could just use this as a business trip while bringing her.
That's a good excuse right there.
Honey, you wanted to go to Puerto Rico, but you didn't say what you wanted to do in Puerto Rico. Ha! Exactly. Gotcha. Fire match, July 20th, IWA. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Savio Vega. I'm Steve Fall. He's Savio Vega. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.